Thank you for joining us. This is a major milestone in the life of the City of Rockaway Beach, a project that began in the minds of the Transportation Committee back in 2010 has now come to fruition. And so I'd like to introduce our City Manager, Luke Shepard, who's going to say a few words to you this afternoon. Again, thanks for all of you for joining us.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you everybody for joining us today on this cloudy but beautiful coastal afternoon here. I'm delighted to be here to share this day with you as we cut the ribbon on the new Anchor Street Park. One of the goals for the city last year was to give back to the community through building projects, and completion of this park is just one of the ways that we're striving to meet that goal. I really couldn't be prouder of how this park turned out. I have no doubt that this facility is going to be enjoyed for years and years to come. But before we cut the ribbon and formally open it up, there are quite a few who need to be acknowledged for their efforts that made this possible. I'd first like to thank the Rockaway Beach City Council, both current and former members, for their vision and their unwavering support for this project. When you look around this site, I hope it becomes obvious that here in Rockaway Beach, we have a city council, we have a governing body that believes in investing in our community. So thank you, Mayor, thank you, City Council, for seeing the potential in Rockaway Beach, for believing that we deserve great spaces too, and for putting this project in motion. So thank you, Council. I'd also like to thank the Rockaway Beach Planning Commission for their attention to detail. It was the Planning Commission's task to select all of the equipment you see behind me, including the color scheme. It's the macaw color scheme. I think it turned out real nice. It was the Planning Commission's push for inclusive and accessible play structures that led us down the path to this world-class facility that we now have. So thank you, Planning Commission members, you did a great job. All right, and of course a big thank you goes out to our Public Works Department. Public Works Superintendent did a great job managing this project on the city's behalf. And our Public Works Department crew, they actually installed the 37,000 pounds of rubber flooring under the play structure. So hats off to them for all their hard work. I think it goes without saying our Public Works Department does excellent work. So thank you, Dan, and kudos to your Public Works crew. But really the biggest thanks today goes out to the Rockaway Beach community and the residents of our city. And this thank you comes not from me as your city manager, not just from me as your city manager, but all of our staff and our elected officials. It really is an honor to serve this community, and it's days like today that really make all the work we put in and day out worth it. And so thank you for your support. It really is an honor. And like I said before, I hope that this facility is around for years and years to come for everyone to enjoy. And so with that, I will hand it off to Mayor Charles McNeely and former Mayor Sue Wilson, who helped spearhead this project originally for the ribbon cutting. So thank you.
Thank you, City Manager Shepard. I have to say, I think we have the hardest working city manager on the coast, and we truly are blessed as a community to have him in the role as our city manager. I mentioned this idea started in 2010 as a line item in a transportation plan. A few years ago, it was picked up under the leadership of former Mayor Sue Wilson, put on an administrative task list, and handed to City Manager Shepard to make this come to fruition. And through his leadership and all the other people who've been part of this, we now have, as he said, a world-class playground and parking lot, and we can always use more parking in Rockaway Beach. So with that, I want to recognize Sue Wilson, former mayor, who really was very integral in making sure this project moved forward and that the city delivered on the promise. So thank you very much, former Mayor Sue Wilson. And with that, I ask you to cut our ribbon.
We'll do so.
playground to play on, and we have refreshments over by the restrooms. So please stay a while, enjoy yourself, and partake of the refreshments that our city staff has put out for you. Thank you all for attending. We appreciate your support.